This demo explores a simple adder server where a client can connect to the server, and once connected, the client can send one or more numbers, and the server will keep a running total of all the numbers received. On the client side, we are going to look at the connect handler, which fires after the socket is created. And we see that we have a call to a read line element. So over here we have a listener on the read line. So when a line event occurs, a data representing the line that was typed in is sent to this function. We parse the line as a number, and if it's an invalid line, we throw some type of error, but otherwise we take that number, we cast it to a string, and then we use socket.write to send it to the server. On the server side, the server will catch the data, and it's important to note that this data has been converted to a binary chunk, so we need to apply toString to it to convert it back into a string. This string is then converted into a number using number.parseInt. This 10 over here is just the base value, so it's using base 10 parsing. We then print out the number that we received, and we add it to a running sum. So this sum is first created when the connection is created. And so if I send multiple numbers over the server, it will utilize the same variable. Once the sum is calculated, I would then write it back to the client. The client then catches this message on its data handler. And again, this is a chunk, so it needs to be converted to a string and subsequently parsed back to a number. This step is unnecessary, but if I wanted to do something else with the sum, then it would be necessary. So over here I have one server and 3 clients. And from each of the clients, I can start setting numbers. I'll send 1, 2, 3. And so the current total is 1, 3, and 6 respectively, which is fine. And if I'm running on a different client, because the scope of sum, if I look over here, the scope of sum is to the socket level. In this scenario, each of the sums should be unique to the client. So if I do 1, 2, 3, it starts from 0 for each connection. Okay, because again, this function, connection handler, is called each time the socket is created, and each of these variables are going to be scoped to its own socket. And respectively, if I do 5, 10, and 20, these will all start from 0. In fact, we could put negative numbers in here. That should be fine. Now, if we do want sort of a shared variable between all connections, that's very straightforward as well. We just need to make sure that sum is no longer scoped to the connection existing. So we're just going to move this up to outside of the connection handler. Okay, so we need to move it outside of the connection handler, otherwise a new one is created each time a connection occurs. So this is where we're going to put it. And with this, we now have a sort of shared sum between each connection. So there's our server. Our server is up and running. And our 3 clients are connected. So I'll send 1 from here, 2 from here, 3 from here, 4 from here, 5 from here, 6 from here, 7 from here, 8, 9, and 10. So we can see that the current sum corresponds to the a shared value between each of the clients at this point.